put together all my research and what I've been looking up and where I'm getting it from and all that, so that I could hop on here real quick. One of the things I love is I made a post, I don't even know when now, just asking like who took it, because I didn't really know about collagen. It wasn't until probably middle of last year that someone made a comment to me about collagen, and I've suffered from postpartum hair loss and definitely had a lot of stress in my life, which can also contribute to hair loss, and just a lot of things. I've got a lot of health things going on, and so I started looking into it. And when I first started taking collagen, I was taking a powdered form, and it was a high quality brand, something I knew and I had been recommended, and that's how we get all of our, that's how most of us, right, get our products. It's recommended to us by someone. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I hadn't necessarily done all the research into it. And so I was approached about a different type of collagen, and that was what kind of triggered me to start doing more research, as well as a lot of research. Happy Monday, Sarah. And so, including earlier Friday, if you were in here, yes, I do that. So this past Friday, I got on and just started talking about multivitamins, because again, I was just blown away when I started doing my research on what I didn't know about what is and isn't in our multivitamins. And then it's just been this steamroll effect of, I want to know more. I've been in the healthcare industry for over 10 years as a physical therapist. We're taught basic nutrition. We educate our patients on certain things, especially post-surgical and all that stuff. And I'm just like, there's so much I still don't know. So I am going to keep this to collagen though, because I could talk about so many other things for so long. So I'm going to try and keep this to just collagen. So one of the first things that I learned, so collagen is it is the most prevalent protein in our body. It is the second most prevalent product, I'll call it, in our body, second to water. So water, then collagen, okay? There are a lot of different types of collagen. I believe the number is like 28 different types, but really the ones you're gonna hear about the most are types 1 through 4. And between types 1 through 4, types 1 and 3 are actually the most prevalent. They make up 90% of the collagen in our bodies. Type 1 is found everywhere. Everywhere in your body, type 1 is found throughout your entire body. Type 3 is more specific to your arteries and your hollow organs. If we think heart health, and I could go on a whole other thing about that, which I am going to later this week. Stay tuned. I've got a whole thing about heart health and superfoods and all of that. But anyway, so type 1 and 3. So if you are taking collagen, the first thing you want to look at is what's the type of collagen that you're taking. And then you want to look at where it's sourced from, right? You're going to see bovine, you're going to see chicken, you're going to see marine, and that may be more of a personal preference, right? But if you are seeing, bovine, chicken, all that, we've talked a little bit in my nourish group about like the source of your eggs, right? So if you're thinking, okay, the source of my eggs matters how the chicken's raised, the source of your collagen's the same. So whether it's bovine, chicken, marine, even when you get to fish, there can be farm-raised fish or there can be free fish. That matters. It matters what types of foods they're fed, how they're raised. You're going to see changes in the color of the fish. All of that is going to have a direct impact on their health too, right? So if we're trying to source our collagen from these animals, if it's animal-based collagen, the way that those animals are raised and fed and their diet and all that has a huge impact on the quality of the collagen coming from them too. So just really make sure you're looking into that. So how are the animals raised that the collagen is sourced from? What types of animals is it sourced from? And then you wanted to look at the type. So is it powder or is it liquid? Most of the collagens on the market are powder, but you can't just like dump a scoop of powdered collagen in your mouth. I mean, I guess you could. I don't know. The only powdered substance I've ever dumped in my mouth that's tasted good, that's also good for my health, has been my vitamin C zinc pixie stick. Other than that, I'm not dumping a I'm not dumping powder in my mouth. Usually you've got to mix it with something, right? Like a smoothie or water or coffee, something. There are some there are flavored powders, and so you want to make sure like what ingredients are added to that and that kind of thing. But why am I even talking about collagen before I get too far into this, right? Like, what's the big deal? Our bodies produce it. Why do we need to supplement with it? Well, your collagen, we begin to lose the ability to produce collagen beginning at the age of 25. Now, I'm not like tons older than 25, but I've already lost. So every year, on average, 25 and above, you lose 1% of your collagen production ability. Okay? So that's a lot, like in small amounts of time, and that adds up real quick. So because our bodies can't produce it as well, we need to be taking it in. And we are known as the most collagen deprived generation. Why? It's our foods, guys. Our food is not it's not grown the same way. Our soil's not as good. There's a lot of additives. A lot of stuff is processed. Now, I know, and I have surrounded myself by people who are very good at finding that plant-based nutrition, and that's the best. The plant-based nutrition, that the whole foods. You're really paying attention to the ingredients on your products and things like that. But that's not the majority of America. Okay. So the types of foods we eat, and if you think about it, if you think back to like even our grandparents, okay, and I'm talking my grandparents. So depending on where you are in our generation, you gotta think about it in that regard. But think back to my grandparents. They were eating food right off the bone, lots of food right off the bone, right out of the earth, right? When you're eating that stuff right off the bone, you're getting that collagen from the bone is sourced right into the meat. But so often now we're getting foods that are frozen, or they're already prepared for us, or something like that. Like, we're not literally just eating from the bone. Now, I will tell you that one of the things that we have started to do in our household in the last year, and I say we, my husband and I have a phrase, royal we. This is a perfect example of royal we. I found the recipe. He makes the bone broth. Okay, so, but we've been making our own bone broth, and we've done both chicken and beef. And when I first heard of this, when I first thought of this, I was like, what? But we drink it, and that's a great source of collagen as well. So I could do more about that too. But if anyone wants like a recipe, or you're looking for a way to make your own bone broth, I can definitely give you some information on that. But great source of nutrients, collagen as well. So that's really the important reason on why we need collagen supplementation, is because our body actually loses the ability to create its own collagen. Okay, so you gotta get it somewhere. You gotta get it from somewhere. Okay, so something else to look for. So we've talked about the fact that you want the typing. Type 1 and type 3 make up 90%. Type 1 is more prevalent than type 3, but those two together is 90% of the collagen in your body, out of about like 28 different types of collagen. Okay, we lose our ability to produce it, and it's the number 2 resource within our body next to water. Okay. So then we talked about sourcing, whether it's bovine, chicken, and then you want to know how are those animals raised, what are they fed, where do they live, all of that. Okay, there's actually some strict guidelines that if it says 100% grass-fed, they have to provide documentation that it's truly 100% grass-fed. So if that's on your product, that they've provided documentation to show that. So that's really cool too. And then powdered versus liquid, just at the ease, right? Powder, you gotta put in something, you gotta mix it. I don't know about you, like I love my powdered coffee, but I don't have time to make everything. So something easy, cool, I'm all in, right? The other thing you wanna look for is whether or not it's hydrolyzed. So hydrolyzed simply means that it's going to absorb better in your body. Your body is going to absorb it better and quicker. Non-hydrolyzed means that your body's got to do a little bit more work to digest it. And if you've listened to any of my other talks about your body and the gut and it having to work to break down anything, let's just make it easy, okay? Let's give our gut a break because it's working hard enough with everything else we eat and take. So let's give our gut a break and let's find something that absorbs better and easier, okay? And then you want to look at just like dosing, like how much are you being told to take and how much is in each scoop or each, sip or whatever it is. Finally, something else I want to bring to your attention is what are the other nutrients that are coming along with it? Is it just collagen? Still great, right? But if there's other things with it, like let's say it's claiming that there's vitamins, that there's vitamin sources. You also want to look at what are the vitamin sources? Are they plant-based vitamin sources or are they chemical-based? Because even if it's, let's say, 100% grass-fed animal collagen, but now you're adding chemical-based vitamins to it, well, now you just like took away the best part of it, okay? So you really want to make sure that if they're adding additional nutrients, that those additional nutrients are also whole food plant-based nutrients, okay? What you're going to see in a fair, or something you want to look for in the collagen is, oh, I'm going to take a sip of water. Hyaluronic acid. So a collagen with hyaluronic acid is amazing in the sense that hyaluronic acid is specifically designed to help our body retain moisture, especially in our skin and our eyes and our connective tissue. That's where you want water, okay? And that's where collagen actually works primarily. Our skin, our hair, our nails, our connective tissues. So when combined with hyaluronic acid, not only are you adding those proteins to the body, but you're also going to make your joints work better, everything, your eyes, your skin, your nails work better because that moisture is going to be there with the hyaluronic acid, okay? And then something else is biotin. So biotin is actually one of the #1 supplements for hair health, okay? It's a B vitamin that converts nutrients to energy, okay? Sometimes you'll hear it called vitamin H. Cool thing is biotin is water soluble. So all of these things are working together. You can see that, right? The collagen, like if you've got a liquid collagen and you've got hyaluronic acid, now you've got a water soluble B vitamin added to it. Like that's pretty cool. And there's no like recommended daily value per se, but if you are looking at how much should I take, it's between 2 to 5 milligrams, and what you'll probably see on the label is the micrograms mcg, so that would come out to 2 to 5,000 mcg per dose. So something that falls within that range is going to be ideal because it's one dose and done, okay? So I think that is my whole little spiel on the benefits and the what to look for in your collagen. What I'm going to end with is, so this is the collagen that I've started taking that I love, and this is why, okay? So it's a medical grade liquid collagen. I'm done. That is my collagen fix for the day. All the nutrients I need, all the goodness. It's got the biotin and the hyaluronic acid. It's got additional antioxidant blend. And then wonderful collagen to improve my joints, my hair, my nail, my skin, nails, hair, nails, skin. Oh gosh, guys. Okay, so I don't see any questions on here, but I'm going to stay on for just a second. If there are any questions, please go ahead and write them in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, please go ahead and put replay in there. I need to learn to say that at the beginning. I don't know. I'll get used to that. So go ahead and put replay on there. Go ahead and put questions in there. Even if you're watching this on the replay, it will definitely come back. Comments, guys, I love this stuff. I love to look it up. I love to know more. I know more so I can do better, so I can be better, so I can be a better representative for my family. I love this. And one of the things I've said before, and what I'm really finding is that when what I've known my entire professional career of helping people is no longer available to me because of my own medical issues, giving this type of education and learning more about the wellness side of what I was already doing is just giving me that same fire and passion as working with patients was. It's still not the same. I miss working with patients too, but just being able to share and to educate and to get those questions and look it up and provide more, resources. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. So thank you.